Hi everyone, my name is Dominic Stessa, and I'm here to share with you an exciting piece of understanding and knowledge that I'm going to be sharing over the course of a three-part series. My take on visualization as it relates to healing from an injury, visualization for your future, and the negatives of using visualizations to beat yourself up. I thought a good place to start was with the purpose of visualization as I see it. I thought I would describe the purpose, 3 principles, and break those 3 principles down into 5 digestible steps. By the end of this 3-part series, you're going to be able to learn the steps to visualize and how to use visualization to get what you want in life. The first purpose of visualization is what I call limits of knowing. Interesting, right? Kind of catchy? It's important to pay attention here. There are 3 principles to the limits of knowing as I see it. They are the limits of knowing your power today because you apply yesterday's experience. They are learning as a journey and disconnecting from toxic memories. So let's assume for a moment that the limits of knowing is used as a positive statement. Well, how to affect change in your environment could motivate you to search for power and control within your environment. When you are motivated to help people, the way I am in my profession, I study the problems of my clients to help them find a solution. I even spend at least 30% of my income each year on continuing education, learning the best and most current techniques to help them solve the problems of chronic pain, fatigue, and business solutions. When you're motivated to affect your environment, what you're really searching for is to learn the technique or strategy for creating a predictable outcome. For example, as I work with clients with chronic pain, what they want is to move freely without pain. They are searching for the answer to the puzzle of pain. Essentially answering the question, how can I move without pain? Or how can I move and feel good? Is a different way of framing it. How can I move and feel good as my new normal? So how should you search for a predictable outcome? Simple. Thoughtfully. In my business, I implement a scientific mindset to aid me in my search. I create a hypothesis that a movement may have a certain outcome or a certain effect. And when I apply that movement to a client's program, I measure the outcome. Last weekend, I gave a 7-hour seminar to body workers on how to build their business. The premise behind the seminar was simple. How can you serve people? I believe that to be hired to serve another person is a great honor. And to serve people the best, you have to help them to solve the problem. Since you may not know how to help their shoulder pain, for example, then you try a couple of techniques you have learned. If it doesn't work, then you apply the principles to other areas of the body in search of a response. You know you're looking for, in this case, a response as pain relief. So in the case of business building, how can you have repeat customers who want you to help them solve a problem? Well, that depends on how good you are at solving the problem with them. Whenever I'm helping a client to figure out the solution to the problem, I use one principle above all others. I think about the specific intervention I'm doing, and then I measure the response. In my business, I use a concept that I call the parking lot test to guide me here. Yeah, you may feel good while you're here, but do you feel good 24 or even 48 hours later? This is the type of response I want to get from my work while I work together with someone else, with a client. Or if you're building a business, do you have repeat customers? Once I find an intervention that works well, I analyze the intervention for the value or the advantage. I want to know what gave me 80% of the positive results that I got, and how can I repeat the same thing? So I ask one question. What was the 20% of the effort which gave me 80% of the results? Or in business terminology, who were the 20% of my clients that gave me 80% of the results? Okay, a little recap. So first, we start by searching, and with that, we have the motivation to search. When we find a limit to our actions, we begin to seek an answer. The answer we seek, we're looking for a predictable one. How can I create a predictable outcome? The principle to use in creating a predictable outcome is the use of scientific mindset. You apply the scientific mindset to measure the response of the intervention you used. And you contrast the intervention then by verifying the 20% which gave you 80% of the positive results. See, it's counterintuitive or an unnatural feeling to think that limits act as a positive motivator. Like the positive motivator will eventually lead to an answer. You start because you want to find a solution to solve a problem. If you cannot solve the problem, then you will anticipate suffering. If I have back pain, or if I move this way, then I will have pain when I move that way. So if I have customers, then I will go out of my way. If I don't have customers, I'll go out of business, for example. So you want to create a relatively secure and comfortable existence in your body if you had pain. Therefore, you need to get comfortable in your own body, or you have to generate referrals and repeat business. At the same time, as a business owner, you must enjoy what you spend your life doing, because your job in helping other people to give back and do what they enjoy doing. By having a vision of the future, you're seeking to create a predictable future. The problem or limit you're trying to find a solution to, it's really about gaining more power. In service, you're trying to help someone gain more power over their pain. In business context, you're trying to get better at helping people connect to the power of their circumstances. If you're interested in hearing more, please stay tuned for part 2 and part 3 as I go deeper into what it means to have a vision and use visualizations. And please stop by my website. It's DominicSessa.com. You can Google me or go to my Facebook page or email me at dominicsessa@gmail.com. I look forward to continuing to guide you and serve you through these videos, and I hope you have a really wonderful day. Take care.